What's going on, guys? Living Zombies here, back with another Pokemon Go video. And in today's video, guys, we are talking about part 1 of the Halloween event, because it did start in some countries around the world. And in this event, they did shiny boost Zorua, which we'll talk about here in a second. But also in this event, for the first time in quite a few years, they are featuring Spiritomb in Pokestop Field Research. The past couple of years, Spiritomb has not been in Pokestop Field Research. It has only been available in a timed research and also a paid time research for some years. And in those researches, they would only give you like 1 to 3 checks max. But now it is in Pokestop Field Research, so you guys can do as many checks as you want on the Spiritomb. But the field research task for Spiritomb this year is definitely pretty disappointing. I believe when the shiny first came out, which I think was back in 2020, so about 4 years ago, this is what the task was in field research for Spiritomb, guys. Catch 18 ghost type Pokemon, or you could get a quest of catch 18 dark type Pokemon, which, yeah, those quests were, you know, pretty easy. It's free. We don't have to do raids. We don't have to hatch. We don't have to walk any certain kilometers. Definitely a pretty fair task to get an encounter with Spiritomb, which, do remember, Spiritomb again can be shiny, and it is a shiny boosted Pokemon with a 1 in 64 shiny rate. So yeah, those two different tasks were good tasks for Spiritomb. Definitely fair. No complaints about those tasks. But this year in 2024, they put it back in field research, but they put it behind a paywall, guys. This is the task of Spiritomb. Also the tasks for Gauntlet and Greavard 2. Evolve 3 ghost type Pokemon is for the Gauntlet and the Greavard, and win 3 raids is for the Spiritomb, guys. So yes, if you want some Spiritomb in field research, if you want to shiny hunt this Pokemon as much as you can, then you got to get those raid passes ready, guys. Win 3 raids. I always recommend stacking a full set, so get 3 tasks of win 3 raids, and then do your raids so you guys can complete them at the same time with the same number of raid passes, only utilizing 3 raid passes, and boom, your whole set is done for Spiritomb, and you're gonna have 3 checks of shiny boosted Spiritomb encounters in those research tasks. So yeah, definitely a bummer that this is paywalled this year when it finally is back in Pokestop Field Research. The task is this bad: win 3 raids. Do remember, Spiritomb is featured in part 2 as well in field research, so maybe they change the task of Spiritomb in part 2 and they go back to the OG tasks, such as catch 18 ghost or dark type Pokemon. That is definitely what I'm hoping for. So with the bad news out the way, guys, let's talk about the good news. Again, Zorua is shiny boosted in part 1 and in part 2, as we found out earlier today. So yeah, Zorua is a featured wild spawn in part 1 and part 2. The spawn rate for Zorua is honestly not that bad for it having a shiny boosted rate at the moment, which again, I'm assuming the shiny rate on the Zorua is about 1 in 64. Now, I did get my first shiny Zorua ever today, and it definitely was under 64 checks. Now, a few things I want to talk about with Zorua, guys, is do remember, if you make your buddy Pokemon either a XXL Pumpkaboo or a XXL Gourgeist, every spawn you get of Zorua is going to be XXL. So if you want to go after a XXL shiny Zorua, then definitely make your buddy Pokemon XXL Pumpkaboo or Gourgeist. And also, this tip is only going to refer to mainly people that make new accounts. Is if you guys do not have a buddy Pokemon, which, do remember, if your account already has a buddy Pokemon, you cannot completely remove a buddy Pokemon. It is not possible. That's why I said this mainly refers to people that have new accounts in the game that have not set a buddy Pokemon yet. If you don't have a buddy Pokemon on your account, then any Zorua spawn you see is going to act like any other regular spawn. You guys click on the Zorua spawn, and if it's shiny, it will be blue and shiny on the encounter screen, just like this. And again, it only works if you do not have a buddy Pokemon. If you make your buddy Pokemon Zorua, it's not going to work either. So yeah, those are a few tips on Zorua, on getting a XXL shiny of Zorua, and also how to easily check for shiny Zorua too. Because again, if you have a buddy Pokemon, you do have to catch Zorua spawn, watch it transform, and see if you guys get a shiny. So yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, we got some bad news, we got some good news in part 1 of this event. Hopefully part 2, the task is different for Spiritomb. I will let you guys know for sure next week when that event does start, if the task does change. But yeah, knowing this info about Spiritomb now, will you guys still be shiny hunting Spiritomb in field research? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed, drop a like in the video, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.